What up, y'all? So we have some interesting news about House of the Dragon Season 2. Y'all see I got on my Auntie Rhaenys t-shirt. I will be wearing this shirt until my favorite character, Rhaenys Targaryen, is no longer with us. That's my girl. That's my auntie, okay? I love Rhaenys. Alright, so the actress that plays Baela Targaryen recently sat down and did an interview, and she gave us some interesting tidbits on what's going to happen in Season 2. Also, we're going to get into some spoilers for the character Rhaena Targaryen, and we'll also get into some news for the Hedge Knight. So first, let's get into the Rhaena news. I want to go ahead and set the right expectation that we are about to tread into some spoiler territory. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you stop and jump to the next timestamp when I'm talking about Baela Targaryen. Right now, it's about to be spoilery. All right, so in the book, Rhaenyra's team realizes, we have more dragons than dragon riders, and in order to really win this war, we need all hands on deck. So they pretty much put out a call and say, hey, if you think that you are a Targaryen or a Valyrian and you have ties to our family and you think you can tame a dragon, come out, see if you can ride a dragon, and we are going to take care of you. We're going to make sure you're straight when we win this war. Your family will be good. You will eat well, live well. Come on out. Now, one of the people who decide to come out is a young girl by the name of Nettles. Now, Nettles is described in the book as having darker skin, darker features. So a lot of people assume she was black. She didn't have the stereotypical Targaryen features of being extremely pale with blonde hair. She stuck out very differently than everybody else. Now, she was able to tame a dragon called Sheepstealer in the books because she started feeding them sheep. Now, her and Daemon eventually got close. Now, some reports said it was more so like a paternal relationship, like he was like a father figure to her. Some people say, nah, it was a little romantic. It was something going on there. Either way it goes, she was a fan favorite in the book. So as the season has been developing, people have been trying to find out who's playing Nettles. So as the season has been developing, people have been trying to figure out, who's gonna play Nettles? We found the casting for most of the Dragon Seeds, but Nettles has been very ambiguous. Now, we have suspected that this lady here in the back may be her because here are some of the other Dragon Seeds. Like, I think we see Hugh Hammer back there. Within the past week or so, we may have found out that Nettles might not be in the story at all, because they may be altering her storyline to actually fit Rhaena Targaryen. Now, this leak came from Twitter user Wake the Dragon. They pretty much let out a tweet and said, yes, Rhaena Targaryen will be taming Sheepstealer. So this is a big change because in the books, Rhaena's dragon was Mourning. Now, Mourning was on the smaller side, wasn't really an adult dragon. And then, of course, Nettles had Sheepstealer. So giving Rhaena Sheepstealer a more mature dragon, I think it'll fit into the storyline. That's my opinion. I think it'll work. I can understand how some people may be a little upset because they may feel like, hey, y'all are completely cutting Nettles out altogether. That's not right. Y'all act like y'all can't fit more black people into the story. But narratively, I think letting Rhaena kind of take over Nettles' storyline may work. Now, this kind of flows into the next topic, which is where Bethany Antonia starts speaking. She's actually the actress who plays Baela Targaryen. And here's some of the information she gave us. So she sat down with the interviewer, and the interviewer was pretty much like, can you share some of your fondest memories on set? And she responded, there was a moment on set when I was presented with my character's weapon, the Valyrian steel sword Dark Sister. It was a thrilling experience and stands out as one of the coolest days I've ever had on set. All right, so this means that my niece Baela is going to be getting busy. It sounds like Baela and Rhaena are going to be a lot more involved because they quickly became fan favorites in season 1. They were kind of pushed to the side a little bit and people were upset like, we want more of Baela and Rhaena. We want to see Daemon and his relationship with his kids. So I think they're really going to lean into that in season 2. The interviewer also said fans will see more of you playing Baela Targaryen in the second season of House of the Dragon. Can you disclose anything about your character? She stated, they may have noticed in the trailer I got to do some dragon riding scenes. They'll get to meet Moondancer, my character's dragon companion, since it was a hatchling. I know fans are eagerly anticipating the introduction of the new dragon, so that's going to be really cool. The interviewer asked, can we expect any differences from the book in regards to your character this season? She stated, while the overall storyline remains largely consistent, my character doesn't get involved in the Dance of the Dragons until later in the books. In the books, Bela is kind of hiding out on Dragonstone and things are happening around her. However, the screenwriters had the children involved from the start, with the onset of war prompting the children to prepare for battle right from the beginning. This early involvement allows for new narrative avenues, enabling the incorporation of characters into scenes not found in the original books. It's an exciting development that expands our characters beyond the material in the books. So this is really good to hear because the children are the legacy. And visually, when you're watching it on TV, it makes sense to start setting the kids up earlier than usual versus pushing them to the side, particularly Bela and Rhaena, only for them to kind of just pop back up later. Because in the books, I think that Rhaena actually gets sent to the Vale while the war is going on and we don't really hear too much from her. So it's cool that we'll get to spend more time in live action with both of these characters. All right, so we have some news about The Hedge Knight. Filming is getting ready to start any day now. And it's already been announced that this season will air next year and it will have 6 episodes. Versus Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, they tend to have 8 to 10 episodes, so The Hedge Knight is going to be a lot more condensed. Now, The Hedge Knight is going to give us a little bit of a different flavor from Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. Instead of seeing like all these massive wars and casts kind of spread all over the place, this story is going to be really zoned in on Dunk and Egg. And it's being reported that the tone is a lot more lighter and way more personal and intimate. They pretty much said it's going to be like hanging out with some buddies versus this whole big ensemble cast. I'm going to be honest, I'm not too hype on The Hedge Knight, but I will watch it. I was hoping they would honestly go a different route. Like maybe we could have gotten a story about the White Walkers. Everybody wanted an Aegon the Conqueror show. It seems like that's in development, hasn't been greenlit yet. Some of us even wanted Robert's Rebellion, so The Hedge Knight just wasn't high on my list when I was thinking about things that could be adapted to live action. So when it was announced, I was like, not really what I wanted, but I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna watch it, y'all. Now here recently, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms cast actors for its 2 lead roles. Peter Claflin and Dexter Sol Ansel were cast as Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire, Egg. Let me read to you the show's official description. A century before the events of Game of Thrones, 2 unlikely heroes wandered Westeros. A young, naive, but courageous knight, Sir Duncan the Tall, and his squire, Egg. Set in an age when the Targaryen line still holds the Iron Throne and the memory of the last dragon has not yet passed from living memory. Great destinies, powerful foes, and dangerous exploits all await these improbable friends. So that's the news that we have on The Hedge Knight. Are y'all excited for the series? I'm gonna check it out, y'all, because I'm a fan. I'm gonna rock with y'all. So, as this video is coming to a close, how do y'all feel about the news with Rhaena? Are y'all excited for Bela getting Dark Sister? And are you looking forward to The Hedge Knight? Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.